What was an Acolyte within the Sith Order, and what was happening within the Star Wars universe at around 132 BBY, when the new Acolyte series was supposed to be set? Described as a golden age, the Age of the Republic existed 368 years during an overall peaceful time that lasted from around 500 BBY to 100 BBY, in which the Galactic Republic was expanding and exploring the galaxy, reaching out to the Outer Rim territories. Although this period was also a thriving age for the Jedi Order, in which many of the Jedi were scattered across the galaxy, it was documented in legends that around 180 years before the Republic's demise and the rise of the Empire, a sudden flux in the Force caused a sense of fear amongst the Jedi elite, sensing the Sith were returning from the shadows. However, no emergence of the dark side materialized, and some believed in the ancient Chosen One prophecy. But just as the Acolyte show points out, the dark side of the Force is always lurking in the shadows, waiting for the opportunity to rise again. But of course, this is long before Darth Sidious's rise to power as a Sith Lord, indeed 130 years before the rise of the Galactic Empire. This was during a more civilized age of peace and justice, as Obi-Wan Kenobi mentioned in Star Wars: A New Hope. But what was an Acolyte? Generally, the meaning of an Acolyte in any form is that they would be some kind of assistant in a minor way to a senior member of an order. In canon, there are various types of Acolyte mentioned, but the Acolyte types already known in Star Wars are a Dark Acolyte, a Sith Acolyte, a Forbidden Acolyte, or an Acolyte of the Beyond, a Sith cult. In this case, a Dark Sith Acolyte role was held by Asajj Ventress, Savage Oprys, and Quinlan Vos, and they were all trained by Count Dooku, also known as Darth Tyrannus. Strong with the Force, Ventress learnt the ways of the dark side, having been tutored by Dooku. The problem with Dooku's training of Ventress meant he was deviating away from Darth Bane's Rule of Two, formed in 1032 BBY. When Sidious suspected Dooku might betray him, Dooku felt an obligation to the Rule of Two and Sidious himself. However, his blind loyalty eventually led to his downfall and his death in 19 BBY. So what is the Sith Order's hierarchy? Well, as mentioned, there is the Rule of Two, which meant there could only be one Sith Master and Sith Apprentice at any given time. Beneath them, there were many subgroups lending themselves to the Sith, including alchemists, warriors, and scientists, as well as several cultist groups worshipping the Sith. So who could possibly be behind the Acolyte in 132 BBY? So we can safely rule out Palpatine, Darth Sidious, due to the fact that the year is 48 years prior to Sheev Palpatine's birth. Sidious's master Darth Plagueis would have been also too young, it seems, as Plagueis was born at the earliest of 147 BBY, making him only 15. However, Darth Tenebrous was born in a period during when he could have been of age, and there had been some speculation he could appear in the Acolyte, but it does feel like the Acolyte themselves could be a completely new character within the story, with Tenebrous pulling the strings from afar and has ordered an attack by the Sith on the current Jedi Order. That's all for today. For more Imperial Explained videos, please give a like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and as always, long live the Empire.